Hello everybody, welcome back to another Experience Kills video. I'm Cameron, I'm joined by Ben. Hello again.
Hello Cameron.
Are you still continuing Russian accents from the last video we did?
No, that was just me saying hello.
Maybe you say so, buddy. Yes. Now, my question for everybody, and including yourself, Ben. Have you ever wanted to play a game which is claimed to be metal as F?
Every day of my life, usually at least 3 times a day.
Because today we're bringing you guys Elderborn. These guys have been made by Hyperstrange, and I gotta say, it's pretty metal.
Can we just, before you go on, can we just mention the name of the publisher? It's Crunching Koalas, which has got to be the best name for a video game publisher I've ever seen.
How much more metal? How much more metal do you have to be to feel the crunch of koalas underfoot?
I mean, well, underfoot or in mouth. I mean, either works.
Metal.
That is like I'm throwing up the horns while I'm chewing on a koala.
Chewing on koalas, man. Just chewing koalas. So Elderborn is what they claim to be is a Souls-like single-player, first-person metal as Surge kind of melee combat game. Okay. Kind of like, and the main reason it's metal is not just because it's just obliterating creatures left, right, and center. It's because it's got a very heavy soundtrack to get you in the mood for splitting skulls and crunching koalas, I guess. So, good times had by all. And yeah, it is actually a really good soundtrack. And it's kind of, it's like I said, it's like a medieval Doom. You rip and tear and smash your way through while just hearing those big old beats, you know. And it's all melee combat. It's all kopeshes, swords, and big old axes to smash down walls and skulls. And it's fantastic. It's
awesome.
I loved it, yeah, because it's very much, while you'd think you'd have to be quite tactical, like in a Souls game, and manage your endurance. Make sure you don't run out or anything like that. It's just a very punishing game. You lose health very quickly if you're not on the ball. And it actually rewards your aggressiveness. As you lose health, you can recover some back by killing enemies quicker. So you're not completely screwed out if you use all your health potions and stuff.
Sounds good so far. I mean, you're making me think of Doom 2016 more than anything. I mean, you know, talking about how a soundtrack can make a game that bit better. I mean, that incredible soundtrack onto Doom 2016 made it one of my favourite games of this generation. I mean, now you're telling me that there's a sort of a low fantasy Conan-esque medieval version of that? Yeah, I want to play this.
Well, good, because I got the code and you didn't.
Yeah, makes a change.
But the reason this kind of Souls-like is because, like, when you kill your enemies, you gather their essence, which you'll use to eventually level up and unlock skills and become the most badass barbarian you can get your pecs with, you know? That didn't come out quite right, but I'm still going to roll with it. But if you do die, get good.
Shut up.
But you will lose.
Don't say that. I hate that. Don't
get
say
good, scrub lord.
Don't say that.
But you will lose all of the essences that you are carrying. So, so you'll have to either get back to that point you were at and safely recover it, and then you'll either have to retreat back and see if you can unlock your skill a bit more, or just try and soldier on and get a little bit further.
Okay. So it's that typical risk-reward situation. Like you would in a Souls game, but with a bit more sort of a focus on being aggressive rather than defensive. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't go so far as saying that, because like the kind of health recovery mechanic they actually used in Bloodborne.
Okay.
Stuff it did. So yeah, if you lost some health, you can get some back by attacking the enemies again. But the kind of aesthetic of the medieval and the swords and shields, and it did feel, whew, this is fun. As soon as I chop the first head off, it would be really nice.
So this is in early access as well. Does this have a story? Is there a character in this? Is there a reason for doing what you're doing, or is it just a case of like go through levels, kind of almost like your first to Doom, and just kill?
There is like some hint of backstory that the kind of forces of darkness have come back, and you are a chosen one. You are the chosen one who must step forward to destroy this evil. And you kind of wake up in I guess it's kind of like the bottom of the dungeon kind of thing, and then you just work your way up to the top floors and take on the big honchos, essentially.
Okay. So would you say, I mean, you played a lot of like Conan Exiles. I mean, not so much in the gameplay, but is it like inspired by that Hyborian kind of world? Because looking at some of the key art and the screenshots and stuff, I'd say that inspiration is quite obviously there in its visuals.
So, I mean, some of the kind of weapons that they use, there are a mixture of, you got Kopeshes, which kind of the curved swords that like horse riders would use, which are quite big in the Conan universe. You got yourself like a big old kind of warhammer, and like there are points in the game where you won't be able to proceed through without that weapon, because like they're very weak walls, but you need this heavy weapon to be able to smash your way through. So there are a bit of hidden like pickups and stuff you can get there only by using certain weapons.
Okay, I like the idea that you're creating your own paths by smashing through walls and stuff like that. That feels metal as F,
Metal AF, absolutely. Because that's pretty much what they said. I quote for you: as a rule of thumb, we look at every piece of our work and ask, is this metal as fuck? They say if not, they'll do it again. So it's nice that they really have taken like the heavy metal kind of aesthetic and like because like I'm personally quite a big fan of like power metal.
Yeah. Because
it has like kind of epicness to it each time. It's not just like screaming or anything like that.
No, it's theatrical.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a metal opera, and like I think that's what they've kind of gone for. They've tried to put the story to the music more than the other way around. That's what it feels like to me.
Okay, like they've heard music and like I need, they're trying to match up the progression of the game to the soundtrack rather than like putting the soundtrack in after almost.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
like they play a part. They're very connected very strongly.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Yeah,
awesome.
But I loved it. Yeah, like you said, early access, so they will be having more coming out, and they will be, bringing out more. They've had an overhaul apparently, only last month, so just before, since this video came out, for the combat. So I'm not entirely sure how different it's actually changed. All I know is that I've read in there that they have added a less gory option for some people out there.
Why would you want that?
I know! I have no idea.
You want it to be metal AF, man. That means give me buckets of gore and blood showering in it. I want to feel the entrails of my enemies between my fingers.
Some people are just thinking, oh no, I want to tone it down a little bit. So, like,
I want little Jimmy who's 6 to play Elderborn. Yeah, he doesn't like the extreme vibe. Why is he playing that game?
Yeah.
If he's not metal AF, he should AF somewhere else. Do you know what I mean?
That's a perfect way of saying it, yeah. Now, the only they are incorporating it soon. But don't worry, everybody, if you have this. They're incorporating dismemberment very soon, apparently.
Yes!
That's what we need to see.
I love it. You're on one side, you've got a goreless option. On the other side, you've got dismemberment coming in. I love how that's like completely the opposite.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
It's okay. We've made a very safe option for your child. For you adults, you can lop off somebody's testicles. Have fun, both of you.
I'm gonna cut people's heads off and drink from their skulls.
God,
it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be nice.
I mean, I love it. Again, these guys are from Warsaw, the developers of Elderborn, which is the capital of Poland. Poland puts out some good games, some crunchy, metal AF games. I mean, obviously that's where CD Projekt Red is with the Witcher series, which are again very violent and adult. And now we've got these guys. What's the name of the developer again?
Hyper Strange,
and of course, Crunching Koalas. which is just fantastic. I love it. I love that we're getting there's so much variety in the video game landscape coming out of like Eastern European and Russia and stuff like that. It's flipping awesome. Anything else you wanted to tell me about? To be honest, it sounds like one of those kind of games where, you know, it is what it is, which is this first-person, hyper-violent, melee-based, Doom-inspired, Metal-inspired kind of, you know, melee game. So there's not much more to it than that, by the sounds of things. But sometimes that's all you want.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're updating it consistently, you know, so they are improving more and adding more. They are rebalancing things when they think things are getting too easy as well.
Right.
They're working on a couple of more boss fights from what I can see as well. So it's going to be, I think it's going to be really fun when this is like full release time. I'm really hoping it's going to be a nice update from now.
So, I mean, I'm looking at the website, it looked like they wanted it out in Q2 2019 for the full release, so they've obviously missed that. So things, or pretty much nearly missed that. So maybe things are a little bit behind their roadmap, but, you know, do keep an eye on it, Cam. Tell me when it's all finished and stuff, and maybe we can revisit it, because, yeah, Elderborn sounds like a real blast to play.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. I just love the idea of a really heavy metal soundtrack to a fantasy hack and slash. That just sounds baller. So...
Baller.
I'm gonna have to get that, man.
Baller. Great, yeah.
Baller.
I've never heard anyone use that word in years.
Hey, look, I am an old man. I will use the vernacular of my time.
Yeah, you do that, mate. Thanks everybody for joining us again. Ben, was there anything else you'd like to add at all?
Yeah, I'll do the pimpage, because you always get nervous around that. So I if you've just watched the video here on Elderborn, remember you can also listen to the entire audio of this separately if you're on a run, if you're in the car, whatever you're doing, you know, in the bath maybe, and you can listen to our lovely voices instead, and that can all be found on Spotify, iTunes, or the direct RSS feed, all the links of which are in the description here for the video. Please follow us on Twitter as well, at ExperienceKills. You can find me at DIYE Cameron.
You can follow me at Camelot.
And while you're at it, while you're doing all these lovely things for us, could you give us a like and subscribe on YouTube as well? That would really help get our visibility up. And just, that's all we ask. We don't have a Patreon. I don't put ads on any of these videos. Just a like and subscribe. It makes us feel good inside.
It'll be a real sweet. I want a real sweet person to do that for us.
It'd be super lovely. Yeah. And you know, maybe even a 5-star review on iTunes or whatever. But let's be honest, who even looks at iTunes nowadays? Like, no one.
Yeah, other than that, stay metal, everyone.
Stay metal. Crush those koalas and throw up those devil horns. You know it.
Bye.
See you all soon. Bye.